All right, y'all, we're back in the car and we're working our way through Mount Pleasant like we planned. We're still in Old Mount Pleasant and we're going into Pirates Cove. Pirates Cove is a community of about 45 homes. It's located right across from Sullivan's Island, so you got really good location as far as, accessing the beaches. It's a marshfront community. It's actually a place that I lived for probably about 6 or 7 years when I was in college, and yeah, it took me a while to get out of college, I know, but 6 or 7 years. I lived back here and I really liked it. It's a prime location, and if you're going to be in Old Mount Pleasant or you want to be in Old Village and you don't want to pay those prices, this is a good neighborhood in which to come into. As you can see, there's a good number of these houses don't have garages, so a lot of times people don't want to buy a house without a garage, but if you can live without a garage, in some cases back here it's not a bad place to end up. Most of these homes were built between '84 and 1998, I believe. Fairly old construction. One thing to keep in mind, and I used to live in that house right there. I lived in that house and then I've sold it twice since I got into real estate, so it was just happenstance. I don't know how good the views are going to be today, but you probably can see at least the silhouette of the Sullivan's Island Lighthouse, and obviously all that's marsh. On the high tides, you would get a lot of water back in here, so it's kind of pretty neighborhood to walk around in. Because video doesn't allow for smell, there is one thing to definitely keep in mind about Pirates Cove, and you may see it through back through the trees. Mount Pleasant water treatment plant is back there, and sometimes you get the smell that you get from a water treatment plant. They treat it so it's not like so terrible, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if you're back here and you're considering Pirates Cove as a place to end up. Most of the homes back here, anywhere from 1,100, 1,200 square feet on up to a little over 2,100 square feet. So, not the biggest houses. Some of them in need of work. A lot of them have actually been renovated over the last 10 years. So you're not, even though you'd be buying, a house that was built in the 80s or early 90s, these houses tend to have renovation work done to them. And from here, we're going to drive out and go to Fox Pond, and we'll be over there in just a second.